Hello YouTube. Having a bad hair day today. The scent of the day, Obsession by Calvin Klein. Beautiful fragrance. Ambery, woody chypre. A little bit of fruits in there. I want to talk about my Instagram post. Jasmine and Civet has been rumored to be a new fragrance coming from Rouge L'Adore. He's supposed to be collaborating with someone. I think it is Sultan Pasha, which he actually does nice atars, nice pure fragrance oils. This isn't to be confused with the Civet de Nuit, which you could always get La Nuit. It'd probably be the same or better, to be honest with you. And then I tagged Insar Oud in the comment as well, and I woke up to 3 emails saying that my account has been reported for harassment and bullying, me telling them to stop trying to make French perfumes when there are Middle Eastern houses. I'm not sure how that is bullying, but, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, just like I'm entitled to my own opinion. And the reason why I posted this, it goes way back, honestly. It goes, excuse me, back to the beginning of the pandemic, same thing. I don't believe it was an accidental leak from the lab. I think it was an intentional leak from the lab, but that's just me. You know, I know a lot of people might not agree with that, could possibly disagree with that, but you can't tell me the Chinese government does anything on accident, or, you know, that everything's just okay and it just randomly happened. You know, you can't tell me that. Moreover, it goes back to the pandemic because that's when a lot of these lower, I'm not even going to say lower, when these indie houses started releasing a bunch of perfumes. And I think they did it to basically prey on people who were getting stimulus money, were getting unemployment checks, and because they saw the increase in online buying. And if you know anything about a lot of these indie houses, the only way to buy them is simply to blind buy. And if you've noticed, I remember when it was the third, fourth, and fifth collection from Rouge L'Adore, you couldn't get rid of the stuff. I mean, honestly, it had been on Russian Adam's site for months, months. And, you know, he just couldn't get rid of it. So started discounting it, and then they finally started selling, and, you know, eventually they sold out. Same thing with Insar before all this started happening. This is before the pandemic I'm talking about right now, is because a lot of this stuff was heavily discounted. They were trying to give it away, literally trying to push it, and eventually some of their stuff sold out. Even if you remember Crime and Punishment by Rouge L'Adore, it was on the site for months, and then it finally sold out. And then it was like 20-30% off, honestly. And then now they sell out of everything. And then what is an attar? When they do the attars and then they don't sell out, they take it off the website and say it's sold out, and then they dilute it down with alcohol and then try to sell it as a perfume or give it a different name, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Same thing that happened to Red Rose Attar, Sultan Red Rose Attar, sorry. The attar. And it was selling for like $165, maybe $265, I can't remember. It was 65 something. And then they want to ask $1,500 for the parfum version of it. So I don't know about that. It's honestly disrespectful for them to do that. And, you know, Insar has been known to be a moody person, somewhat immature, so on and so forth. And, you know, Russian Adam has stayed in the limelight, not necessarily in the limelight, he's kind of been in the shadows, but then he'll poke his head out and, you know, really be big, and then all of a sudden the hype will go down, and then he'll be quote-unquote sold out of everything. I don't think that they're honestly sold out of everything. I just think that they're, they say that because there's, you know, or when it goes back to the old collection, the third, fourth, and fifth collection from Arige Lador. Like I said, you couldn't give that crap away. And I'm not saying it's crap as in it's not good. I just called it crap, referring to just a generic substance. Even though they weren't generic, they weren't well blended. And that comes up to the next thing. They're not well blended. I'm sorry, but a lot of these self-taught perfumers, they just cannot blend. They cannot perfume fragrances the correct way. And then people are going to say, well, you know, you can't expect them to do that because, you know, they're not professionally trained. They don't have the money, but they sure want to charge for their fragrances. I don't get that. You want to say that this rose is $200,000 a gram, or no, not 200,000. It's $2,000 for it's 200. Shoot, I'm messing up on this. It's $2,000 for 100 ml. Like, you know, it's so expensive. It's so hard to find. You know, and really, in reality, 100 ml really isn't that much. And you know, we're trying to divide it amongst these perfumes. Yeah, and you're only putting like one little dose in it. I mean, and you're only selling what, 500 fragrances? So do the math on that. I mean, you know, it doesn't necessarily justify the, you know, $800, $900 price tag when you're only putting literally a little drop in there. And you'll say, well, my oud this, my oud that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's really a waste of time because you can't blend, you can't perfume stuff. I mean, you know, and then people want to go, well, you can't expect them to. No, but don't charge the price. Don't charge the price. Don't claim to be better, or using, you know, saying that you have a better brand because you're using more naturals and higher quality naturals, because if you're not a good perfumer, the quality of the naturals isn't going to show, especially over time, because I have quite a few NSARs right now that have absolutely aged horribly. And the reason is because NSARs, a lot of people in the groups, they want to say, you know, well, they can macerate on your own time. I mean, I don't think that that's necessarily right. I think it's almost a cash grab, really, is to say, well, you know, just let it macerate on your own time. Well, I mean, I'm spending $500 on a fragrance for 30 ml. Why should I have to wait 3 to 4, 6 months for my fragrance to come into its own when I'm paying $500? I mean, if I want to do that, I mean, I'll just go out here and, you know, buy something like this for $15, and a lot of the Middle Eastern houses are trying to make stuff like this. I'm just saying that. And to be honest with you, this is sometimes better. Oh, that's kind of weird, those people over there. Oh, I think I know that person. Oh, well. I'm kind of rambling on right here, but this is the truth, people. And then moreover, so on and so forth. Therefore, however, whatever transition words you all want to use. NSARs they've honestly gone bad. They've not gone bad, but they haven't macerated correctly. And I keep my fragrances in a dark, cool place, not a lot of humidity, blah, 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 so on and so forth about all this bull crap. When you have French fragrances that possibly have been kept in the bathroom with high heat, light around it, even though it's not, you know, natural light, it's just, you know, light from a light bulb, high humidity, have been shooken around, gone from place to place, and it's 50 years old and smells glorious in its old packaging. It has been sprayed a couple of times and has no issues with it, but, you know, NSARs and Ariges, they struggle to even keep their perfumes well balanced, let alone last that long. And this might hurt some feelings, man, but, you know, don't be out here trying to push and say how much better your fragrances are, how good you are at a perfumer, when you're really not. And I know this is my nose and I'm speaking for myself, but several people agree with me. And it's not necessarily our own viewpoints, but it's us coming together and saying, hey, you know, this is BS. This is BS. Any other points I want to hit on? Yeah, the maceration isn't good. And that's the thing. They want to have all these high quality, and that's the thing, such high quality. It's always like high quality this, high quality that. But how can it be high quality if it's not even quality? I'm just saying. And I feel that they just don't know how to perfume. They don't know how to blend. Yes, they have the artistic want to there, but they just don't know how. And they say, well, we were trained classically. No, if you all want to be trained classically, look at Dixit and Zach. Every time you spray on a Dixit and Zach, it smells like it's a well-rounded perfume. It smells like it's been perfumed by Dominique Ropion or Bertrand Duchaufour or Maurice Rochelle or Jean-Claude Elaine or Thierry Wasser or even Francois Demichet, but Olivier Polge, Jacques Polge, Jacques Cavalier, all these other guys that, are pretty substantial perfumers. And then when I hate on these guys, saying, oh, they're just making this, this crap, and I think to myself, yeah, I mean, if they're making a $50 fragrance, designer fragrance, and they're getting paid for it, versus you're making a $500 fragrance at 30 ml, and it's not even going to be able to last over a year because it's going to macerate and turn into something foul-smelling or just smells like straight-up smoke. If I wanted to smell like smoke, I would start a fire every morning and stand around it. There's a difference between having a smoky note and having, smoky incense backgrounds, but there's no reason it should literally smell like straight-up smoke. And this goes for Josh Laub. This goes from the guy at Pineward. This goes to everyone out there that is an indie house. What's the one? 4160 Tuesdays. This goes to Under My Skin. What's her name? Francis, whatever it is. The one who owns Under My Skin, and the one who owns Papillon. This goes to This goes to Stolen Perfumery. This goes to everybody out there that's an indie house. So, if you want to be able to hold your reputation, stop trying to compare yourself to these big dogs. I'm always for the underdog. I'm going to say this, and this is my disclaimer. I'm always for the underdog until the underdog starts acting like a shill. And that's exactly what they act like, shills. So, peace. Hope everyone has a good day. If you don't like this, then I don't care. Hope everyone has a good one.